I've admonished the gentleman, he should watch what he says, just like other members should watch what they say about the former president of our country. The gentleman from Maryland is recognized for 5 minutes of questioning.
The former president is not a member of the committee.
I know that.
Protected by the House rules.
I understand
that
that.
govern these kinds of statements.
I understand that. The gentleman is recognized for 5 minutes to question the witness.
Well, Mr. Durham, good afternoon. Appreciate you being here. Although I'm sure, as you expressed earlier, there are probably other places you'd rather be. I did want to follow up on your prior testimony about the trip that you and the Attorney General Barr took to Italy. And I wanted to ask you to elaborate on that. I take it that was at the point prior to you becoming special counsel, but not by much. Is that right?
It was prior to that. I think it was a while before.
The dates I've got, just to help out, August 15 and September 27th, 2019. Does that sound about right?
Yeah, and I was appointed special counsel in October of 2020, so more than a year before that.
Okay, and why did you go on that trip?
You know, I want to be careful as to what I'm authorized to say here, speaking outside the report, but I think members are probably aware of the fact that there was a particular person who supposedly had provided or had made statements to Papadopoulos. And Papadopoulos, not when he talked to the Australians, but when he was interviewed by the FBI, attributed information he had to this particular person who was a European. There was reason to believe that that person was in Italy or had been in Italy.
All right, and let me ask, just to follow up on that, why did the Attorney General come with you to investigate that?
This is my understanding, and I mean, these weren't communications I had, but the Italian authorities wanted to deal with the person at an appropriate level, not with me, and so that's what that was about. That's my understanding.
All right, but was it unusual for the Attorney General of the United States to go on trips to interview witnesses, whether overseas or even domestically?
Yeah, he didn't, to my knowledge, the Attorney General didn't interview any witnesses. My understanding was that in accordance with what the Italian authorities wanted, he was going to did go over, and introduce me to them so that they would work with us to see if they could be of assistance in our locating a particular witness.
All right, so he personally traveled to Italy in the pursuit of this investigative lead?
In opening the door for our group
to pursue an investigative lead.
Yes,
all right, and then you said you'd been at the Department of Justice for 40 years?
I have been.
All right. Do you recall the Attorney General of the United States ever taking a step like that to travel overseas in pursuit of a lead in an investigation?
You know, I don't know. It may happen all the time. I can only talk by my experience. This is the
fair enough. And I take it that whatever investigation was done over there in Italy didn't lead to any type of prosecution or convictions in your investigation.
That's correct.
All right, I want to yield the remainder of my time to Mr. Schiff.
Mr. Durham, did you seek communications pertaining to someone named Mr. Bernard from a federal district judge?
I'm not, assuming that prosecutors go to judges for certain kinds of orders, they are typically sealed proceedings. I'm not speaking.
Did you seek an order
to your question, but I'm not going to comment on anything that I believe is under seal.
Did you seek a court order to obtain personal communications pertaining to Mr. Bernard?
I'm not going to speak beyond the report on that point, and I'm not going to violate any.
Happy Tuesday, friends. Loan payments are resuming in just a few months. Experts are warning that this could drastically affect the United States economy. This week, thousands of Americans across the country are expected to receive financial help with their utility bills. My friends, you may also be eligible to receive extra relief this month. So please make sure that you watch until the end of this video for more details. Also, in 3 days, I will be announcing more winners for the Walmart gift card giveaway. If you'd like to enter these weekly giveaway, friends, please click and like several of my videos and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more video that you watch and then comment on, friends, the greater your chances of winning the giveaways. The Office of Community Service within the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services oversees a vital initiative called the Low-Income Home Energy Assistance Program. This program aims to offer financial aid to low-income individuals who rent or own their homes, assisting them in meeting their heating or cooling expenses by making direct payments to their gas or electric utility providers. While the program does not exclusively cater to seniors, it tends to benefit individuals aged 60 and older to a greater extent, due to the priority given to seniors in situations where funding is limited. Also, given that the program's first come, first serve funding process, there is typically a rush to apply each autumn, as most states begin accepting applications during this time. Households that include a member age 60 or older can often apply 1 month in advance, ensuring that seniors receive priority consideration. However, in states with hot climates, such as Arizona, the relief program operates throughout the year. During the application and approval process, households must continue paying their utility bills, and once approved, they are still responsible for covering a portion of their bill. To be eligible for this assistance, your household's utility company must participate in the program. Experts advise that you contact the utility company to confirm participation and then understand the specific eligibility guidelines. For the regular benefit under the Low-Income Home Energy Assistance Program, the approval process typically takes about 30 days, with payments being issued within 15 days of being approved. But in cases of emergency situations, applications for emergency services are approved within 48 hours. Eligible residents in Illinois will receive assistance for paying their water bills in only 4 days. The relief is available to those who have had their water disconnected or owe more than $50 in outstanding payments on their current water bill. Student loan payments are resuming this fall after an over 3-year pause, and student loan borrowers are not feeling too great about it. Earlier this month, President Biden's Education Department confirmed that payments are resuming in October, with interest beginning to accrue again on borrowers' balances in September. This comes after both former and current president extended the crisis-era payment pause multiple times to give millions of federal borrowers financial relief. But after Biden signed a bill to raise the debt ceiling into law at the beginning of June, which codified the end of the student loan payment pause, the White House has made it clear that another extension is not in the cards. Both Bank of America and Morgan Stanley highlighted in recent notes that resuming payments will not be easy for the majority of borrowers, with some at risk of falling behind. Bank of America's Ethan Harris, head of global economics, wrote in a note last week, "If payments were to resume in full, we think it is reasonable to assume that serious delinquencies would return at least to pre-crisis levels, since the share of delinquent student loan balances was little changed between 2012 and 2019. And a note from Morgan Stanley researchers said that just 29% of federal student loan borrowers are confident they'll be able to afford payments without adjusting spending in other areas. Additionally, 37% of borrowers surveyed said they will need to cut back on spending in several areas. Still, Education Secretary Miguel Cardona has expressed confidence that the department can facilitate a smooth transition to repayment for borrowers. But in the meantime, borrowers are waiting for the Supreme Court to decide the fate of Biden's plan to cancel up to $20,000 in student debt, which is expected to come this week. And in the event of an adverse ruling from the High Court, some Democratic lawmakers want Biden to extend the pause so that borrowers do not have to pay off their loans until they see a reduction to their balances. Well, my magnificent and most marvelous friends, that is the end of my daily stimulus update video for this Tuesday. Thank you, friends, for being here and for being part of this community. To say thank you and to show my appreciation, I will be announcing several winners this coming Friday for the Walmart gift card giveaway. My dearest friends, if you'd like to enter these weekly giveaways, please click and like several of my videos and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you comment on, friends, the greater your chances of winning the giveaways. Thank you and have a wonderful and very blessed week.